Hey boys, Fragrance Barry back here, and this video is gonna be quite a bit, alright? There's quite a bit of new releases and new leaked fragrances in this video, and normally you don't really get that because we're almost at the end of the year, and most of the time, like the end of the year, it's really dry. We don't really get any fragrances that are released or leaked, but this time it's actually different. There's quite a lot in this video, so stay tuned, it's pretty damn interesting. So really quickly, what we're gonna cover in this video is a new JPG fragrance, a new liquid Brun by French Avenue. We're also gonna see a couple of new Rayhaan fragrances and a new Khadlaj fragrance as well. And at the end, we will see a new Dior Sauvage fragrance being released as well. So we're just gonna start off with the new liquid Brun because why not? And this one is the new limited edition liquid Brun Extrait, as if it wasn't strong enough already, and you're only gonna get a big bottle of this because it only will come at 150 ml. So yeah, you're gonna be set for quite a while with that bottle, but this one is limited edition, so if you would want it, you need to be quick. I think it comes out at around the end of November if I'm correctly. Discover Liquid Brun limited edition by French Avenue, the more intense version of the legendary Liquid Brun perfume. This Extrait de Perfume is much more concentrated and stronger scent, making it a long-lasting, rich and enthralling fragrance experience. Liquid Brun limited edition is warm, classy, enigmatic, perfect on evenings or formal occasions or during colder day outings. Perfect in the way of the contemporary gentleman wishing to make an impact on a signature perfume. Now the top notes are citrus, lavender and cardamom, with the mid notes being orange blossom, guaiac wood, the bottom notes being dry amber, so no, not wet amber, but it also has vanilla, tonka beans and oak moss. So the notes do have some similarities with the OG Liquid Brun, but there still are some differences. The OG Liquid Brun has cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom and bergamot in the top notes, with the mid notes being bourbon vanille and LNI, and the bottom notes being praline, ambroxan, guaiac wood and musk. But what I think they're trying to do is this, but with a little bit of a twist on it, like a richer, thicker, maybe even sweeter version of this. Just a leveled up version of the original Liquid Brun and make it even stronger. I don't see why they need to make it even stronger, to be honest, as this is already quite beast mode. Everybody knows this one. It's obviously a schmoop of Parfums de Marly Altair, but what I'm really interested in seeing is if this new fragrance will be a twist like, for example, Layton and Layton Exclusive. They took the original DNA of Layton and they leveled it up, and I'm curious to see if that's what they're going for with their new Liquid Brun. Now we're also gonna get a new Khadlaj fragrance. This one is Khadlaj Shiyaaka Snow, and this one is supposed to be a clone of LV Meteor, Louis Vuitton Meteor, which in my opinion might be a hot take. I think this is better than Imagination. It's a very nice, clean, soapy scent. It can be perfect for an everyday signature scent. Louis Vuitton, they get cloned all of the time, but Meteor is kind of a fragrance that there aren't really many clones of, so I'm pretty curious to see what they will do with this one, especially as Khadlaj, they have those kind of bottles that might make it look a bit cheap. Their quality is actually really good. I can't really say too much about this fragrance as I don't find any notes of it whatsoever. All I know is that this is gonna be a clone of Louis Vuitton Meteor. Dior Sauvage Rare Blend. Yeah, you heard it right. Another Dior Sauvage. An exceptional fragrance in a rare bottle. Sauvage Rare Blend is an exceptional edition of just 15 bottles made in the entire world. So yeah, just try getting your hands on that, alright? Apparently it's designed with the utmost luxury in mind for every detail. Francis Cordejan chose to revisit the composition of Sauvage to create an exclusive trail by taking its depth and intensity to new heights. A rare vintage housed in a dark, noble crystal bottle created by the master craftsmanship at Baccarat. Yeah man, a Baccarat bottle, alright? You already know where all the value of this fragrance is coming from. This one has oud, vanilla and labdanum, so those are the only 3 notes available for now. So it actually sounds pretty interesting. You might be thinking, wow, this is actually something interesting. But stop, you might want to get rid of all of those butterflies in your stomach, because even if you wanted to be one of those 15 people owning a bottle, you will need more than just your mom's credit card, because this one does not cost 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000 for one bottle of Dior Sauvage Rare Blend. It will cost you $16,500. I don't know where they even got the urge to ask that from you guys, because that's just insane. And yeah, you will get quite a bit of juice, as this one will only come at 350 ml. So you're getting a big bottle for only the price of $16,500. So would you actually consider spending this absurd amount of money over a Dior Sauvage fragrance? Please let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious if there's some madman out there in my comments who would genuinely get a bottle. Now Rayhaan has also some new fragrances coming on the way, so we're just gonna start off with Rayhaan Obsidian, which I'm actually pretty damn excited about. This one's supposed to be a clone of Dior Homme Parfum, the OG version, not the reformulated version that you get nowadays, the actual OG version, which is pretty damn sought after. I feel like a lot of people who have smelled the OG version will agree with me that this was a piece of art. It really was just a work of art. So if they can nail this clone, I feel like this will be just a straight up banger that I will definitely have to get a bottle of. This one has iris, citrus notes, rose, floral notes, suede and leather. It also has cedarwood, ambrette, oud and sandalwood. Next up we have Rayhaan Aquatica, and this is probably the one that I'm the most excited about with the new Rayhaan releases. This is a clone of Virgin Island Water by Creed, and if you know, you know. Creed gets cloned an insane amount. It's probably one of the most cloned brands out there, especially with Aventus, but there's not really clones of Virgin Island Water, and I really want a clone of that. This one has bergamot, coconut milk, lime, mandarin, sugarcane, jasmine, gardenia and hibiscus, patchouli, musk, tonka bean and rum. I absolutely adore Virgin Island Water, but that performance is absolutely atrocious. It's actually to laugh at. The reason I don't have a bottle is purely because of the performance. I'm really curious to see if this will go the same route as Club de Nuit did with Aventus. This one captured that Aventus DNA, but also just enhanced it way more, because the recent batches of Aventus are also kinda to laugh at, with that performance just being so weak, but this one actually is very good performing, and I'm really curious to see if this will be the same case with the new clone of Virgin Island Water coming out by Rayhaan. We also have Rayhaan Terra. This one's already released recently, so it's not really a leaked fragrance anymore, but this one's supposed to be a schmoop of the insanely hyped up Amouage Outlands, and it's supposed to capture the dry down of it, not the opening, because a lot of people have issues with that opening being like a bit too spicy or something. Me personally, I have never tried Outland, so I'm actually curious for the schmoop as well and see how it performs, how it smells, and if the hype is justified. We're actually getting a new JPG fragrance as well. This is what most people will be the most excited for, and I can't lie, me probably as well. What many people didn't know is that JPG actually had a competition running on their website where you could choose between 3 fragrances which you wanted to be released, and the one with the most votes would obviously be the one released. To be honest, voting was kinda hard because all we got was a picture. We didn't get any details of the fragrance. Now to me, the one that looked the most interesting was the one in the middle. It kinda reminds me of the bottle of Jean Paul Gaultier Elixir, and this one really looks very nice. The white and the orange, in my opinion, really reminds me like it would be something very nice, sweet and honey, like for example Le Male Elixir. And one thing I noticed as well is that the 2 bottles on the left, the white and orange and the black and blue one, they both have like a golden atomizer and golden like ring around it, like you see with the Le Male Elixir. And the one on the right, Le Male in blue, has like a silver ring and atomizer, so I'm actually curious to see if this will play a role in the fragrance. To be honest, I think the other 2 that didn't win will actually get released later on as well, because it's just weird. Why would you create a whole new fragrance, you know, with everything just ready for it to be released, just to throw it all away because it didn't win a competition? Now Le Male in blue is supposed to be a new wave of limited edition for a daring sailor. The fragrance iconic lavender is swept away by a blue intensity, while a metallic anise accord and benzoin seal in its power. Jean Paul Gaultier. I feel like they were just thinking to themselves like, we are absolutely crushing it in the game right now. We have 2 new fragrances that are absolutely amazing for winter, Le Male Elixir and Le Male Parfum. We also have something to have you set for summer, Le Bowie DT, the Parfum and the other flankers, but we don't have something for everyday wear. I mean, they have the original Le Male, but this isn't really going in that blue route, which is what I feel like they're gonna be doing with this new fragrance. They're trying to have a fragrance to compete with Bleu de Chanel, YSLY, Sauvage and so on. This one has notes of lavender, blue notes, metallic anise and benzoin. These are incomplete notes, meaning that the other notes in this fragrance just haven't been released yet. So if you still had the chance to vote on their fragrances, which one of the 3 would you have voted for on their website? Please let me know. I'm genuinely curious. Me, to be honest, I would have went for the white one. That's just personal preference. But yeah boys, those are just fragrances that are leaked for now. New releases coming up soon. So I'm really excited for those. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. And I really appreciate you guys for just watching this video till the end and yeah, just showing support. So if you can, give me a like and give me a sub and I'll really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.